Thanks for the support as a channel member, Jordan Wright. Quick heads up, boys and girls, if you are a YouTube Premium member and you're in one of the selected countries that are part of the promotion, one of which is England or the UK. I said England the other day as well. I mean the UK when I say England. I'm a monster. Please don't hold it against me if you're in the UK but not in England. But if you do meet those criteria, you've got a couple of days left to use your YouTube Premium membership to support a creator with a channel membership free of charge. I know it sounds overly complicated, but bottom line, if you've got YouTube Premium, click the join button, see if you can do it for free. There's a couple of days left where you potentially could. If you were one of the awesome people who already did it last month, you can do it again once your month expires, as long as it's before the 1st of June. So I'd appreciate anyone who clicks that button, because it really, really, really does help to support the channel. And of course, you get the opportunity to have your name shouted out at the start of the episode and all that stuff as well. So yeah, thank you. And we're in the Premier League. Hello and welcome to part 101 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first 2 games ever in the Premier League. We're away against Chelsea, nothing like a nice easy start, and then at home against Stoke. Although we're not really at home, we have our first of presumably about 25-ish games that we'll be playing at the Noel Cantwell Arena, Peterborough's new ground that was built about 5 years ago. Our new stadium should be ready to move into at the start of next season, regardless of which division we're in. We're committed to it now. We've sold Abbey Lawn. It is no more. They're already building flats on it, the absolute monsters. Don't know where the cricket team are going to play, but not my issue. But yeah, we've got a season in Peterborough and a very difficult first game of the new season. If you missed the transfer special yesterday, you should really go back and watch it. It was an epic one. £50 million spent, £24 million sold, and we have a very, very snazzy looking new look team to take on Chelsea. And this is what that team looks like. Now, we do have a more defensive version of this that we're training, but we're not going to use it today because we've not really focused on bringing in defensive midfielders. We're going to try and go down swinging. We probably are going to go down. Everyone expects us to go down. The board aren't even going to be annoyed if we do go down. So we're just going to try and play our game and see if it's enough. It probably won't be against Chelsea, but you never know. So we're going with new boy Stančić in goal. He only signed for us 2 days ago, but comes straight into the team because he's a very good goalkeeper. A back four of Cogni, new boy Vitor Hugo, our new Brazilian under-20 international centre-back. And I think he ended up being the record signing. Was he the most expensive player we brought in? I think he might have been. He was 11.5 million. Yeah, new record signing, Vitor Hugo. At centre-back, alongside Reed, who of course was here last year, and new boy Christian Quero, who we brought in to play centre-back. But actually, you know what? At right-back, he's as good as anyone we've got there, and I am a little bit afraid about putting young Ansong out there for the first day of the season against Chelsea. Ansong will get game time, don't worry, but maybe just not today. We're going with new boy Mira, who's on loan from Napoli for the year, alongside Arnautovic in midfield, and then new boy Minic, our fancy new left winger, along with our fancy new attacking midfielder Esteban Ruiz, our fancy new right winger Mita Cernajaki. I think that's how we decided we were saying his name. He's our new star man. And also new striker, Colombian international Christian Gomez. Lots and lots of new faces. There's some more familiar faces down on the bench, including Sir Alan Hardy, last year's championship top scorer Evan Lahif, Ryan Robinson. Lahif's actually our new club captain and doesn't even start the first day of the new season. A Parasido down there as well, Leonardo. So we've got lots of options down on the bench, but lots of new boys in the team, which I guess is only to be expected when we've spent £50 million. We've brought in 17 new players. And we're just trying to do what we can do to stay in the Premier League. So there was never going to be a whole load of the existing players who got to stay in the team because, let's face it, they weren't going to be good enough, were they? We've done the Underdogs team talk. All eyes on Cernajaki because according to the club info page, he is our key player and then some. So hopefully he's just going to explode onto the Premier League and look like an absolute superstar from the word go. That would be nice. And if we can just look relatively solid at the back, that would be nice too. Anything else on top of that is a bonus. Gomez is a natural goal scorer. He's scored everywhere he's been throughout his career, including internationally. But then so is Evan Lahif. So he's there on the bench to come on if he needs to. There is Cernajacki playing it forward, looking for Gomez, who doesn't manage to get hold of the ball. Chelsea coming away with it and just flowing forward straight at us. And hopefully that's how Chelsea are going to be shooting all day, because that was not an impressive piece of football from whoever was taking that shot from the edge of the area for Chelsea. So we approach the half-hour mark. It's still 0-0, and we are absolutely delighted with how things are going at the moment. 40% possession. We've only had one shot on target. None of that matters if we manage to hold on, because a 0-0 away against Chelsea on the first day of the season would be fantastic. It just looks really unlikely, though, as they continue to come at us. And a goal is coming. We can all see a goal is coming. But then what a save from Stančić. There you go. Those of you, I imagine there's already a hate campaign starting against Stančić for replacing Hardy. But if he makes too many more saves like that one, you'll quickly learn to love him too, I think. Right, 0-0 at half-time. Minic has apparently been having a poor game out there. And Arnautovic has picked up a yellow card. Minic, I mean, to be fair, he's not played any worse than any of the other attackers. So I'm not going to whip him off at half-time just for being on a 6.4, or else we'd have to take off most of the team if that was the criteria for coming off at half-time. As far as I'm concerned, we're doing what we came here to do. 11 fouls. We've only won 2/3 of our tackles. Chelsea need to be having a word with themselves at the moment. They should be ahead in this game, and I imagine their managers had a bit of a word with them at half time to try and sort that out and get them ahead in this game. Stančić, though, has just made another very good save. Could we have a new hero emerging already? Maybe we were a little premature knighting Sir Alan Hardy. You lot forced me into it, and I ended up doing it. He'll never play as a knight. That'll be it. He'll never play for us again. Right, is that another corner? I think it is, but it's not cornery enough to justify us seeing it as a highlight. And we're back with Chelsea getting things started with a free kick from inside their own half. And Quero does quite well to just keep them at bay there. But Chelsea come back with another wave of attacking, and Stančić is there to make the save. It's another good chance for Chelsea, though. As I've said a few times already, there's definitely a goal coming. Let's not mess around with the ball back there, eh, lads? Goodness me. Big lump forward from Mira, and it just comes straight back. But now Cernajacki has a chance to show us how good he is. Plays it into Ruiz, who signed from Atletico Madrid. Plays the ball over the top to Gomez. Gomez has hit the post. Well, that's gonna rattle a few Chelsea cages, because we've just given them a little bit of a scare there. Best effort of the game, arguably, apart maybe from that one that Stančić saved. But we've hit the woodwork. They haven't. And you don't need too many more opportunities like that to potentially cause an enormous upset. But Chelsea in again here. I think it is going in this time. It's a lovely block. Don't even know who that was from. One of our defenders with a lovely block. But Chelsea attack again. But it's blocked again. We are giving it everything today. We're playing like it's the cup final. Although, in fact, we're not. When we were in the cup final, we weren't this good. This has been a wonderful first day in the Premier League for us so far. Lahif coming on for Gomez. And we're also going to bring Leonardo on for Cernajacki. Two players who were very dangerous all last season. And we're making that change with a plan to try and score a goal. Why not? Chelsea are uninterested. They're now focused. They were briefly uninterested. It's the 80th minute now. It's still 0-0. We're going to take off Minic, bring on Jake Bruce. We're bringing all the old boys on. These lads are going to want it more than anyone. I don't even want to spoil it by telling them to show some passion, because they have done. Oh, he did so well. An 85th minute goal for Chelsea. I mean, I'd been saying since like the 3rd minute that it was always coming, and we've done very, very well to make it take as long as it has. But yeah, I think ultimately we're not winning today, are we? We'll go attacking. We'll try and get the equaliser. Arnautovic plays Leonardo in. Leonardo's got a cross in here for Lahif, and I thought he'd scored on his Premier League debut. He's rushing over to get this corner taken. It is Lahif to take. 5 minutes remaining. Corner comes in. There's nobody there at the far post, though. Ruiz picks it up, crosses it back into Leonardo, and it's another Good effort for us. On another day, one of these goes in. We've given Chelsea a pretty good game here. If we play like this against some of the lesser teams in the Premier League, we'll be fine this season. But they go 2-0 up. 2 late goals. I guess that's Premier League quality for you there. They've just managed to... They've got to the 85th minute and thought, yeah, we should probably just step up into second gear here and just make sure we don't get embarrassed on the first day of the season. The defenders are facing the wrong way. I mean, that's not a good sign when your defenders are facing the wrong way. They're really surprised when the ball goes into the back of the net. They weren't looking. Aye. Well, and that wasn't the team talk they wanted. Perhaps they want me to put a bit more pressure on them. I can't pressure them to beat Chelsea. In our pre-season budget, youthful Bourne, I like it. In our pre-season budget, we had that one down as a defeat, so we're not going to worry too much. However, Stoke at home, if we are to stay in this division, this is the kind of game we need to be winning. So this is an even more important game than the Chelsea one was. Right, no changes for the Stoke game. How could I make any changes after how well we played against Chelsea? We'll just get absolutely battered in this game now because we'll take it for granted that after playing so well against Chelsea, we'll go and face Stoke and beat them. I don't know what to say. Let's show the world what this team is all about. Wow. Actually, I quite like that. Can we do that passionately? We can. Oh, they like that. They like that a lot. So, our first game at the Noel Cantwell, was it stadium or arena? The new ground for my beloved Peterborough United. It's so much fun that we get to play a season here. I want to have a look at it. I want to see what the future of Posh is. The Noel Cantwell Arena. There we go. That's what it's called. And we're in our... Why are we in our away kit? I don't understand. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. This is potentially going to go badly. If we lose this one as well, I will start to worry a little bit. And we didn't even look like getting a tackle in there. Wild attempt at a slide tackle. And then the other defenders just stand by and let him run through. Well, let's take that as a wake-up call, maybe. Stančić plays it to Reed, who squeezes it through in a rather fancy manner for Mira, who releases Quero down this right-hand side, plays it to Ruiz. I thought it was going to pop back to Quero again, but it's not. And he's now legged it back to try and remedy the counter-attack that doesn't seem to be coming because Stoke are really taking their time over it. And Quero does make it back in time to have the clearance, but it just goes straight back to Stoke again. Although we are pressing nicely. Arnautovic picking the ball up in midfield now, plays it back to Cogni. Ruiz now has made himself available in this little pocket of space here, skips past his man, but then gets tackled. That's not what was happening to Stoke when they were skipping past men, was it? Oh, and now Cogni's pushed far forward and is out of position, and we're trying to get across to cover, and we do, and it's a decent first challenge, but they get the ball back immediately, and very nearly score again. Right, 10 minutes of passion, please. Let's just remind these boys that we're better than this. You know, we made it to the FA Cup final 2 years ago. We've just got promoted automatically from the Championship. We shouldn't be getting battered at home by Stoke. We're going to have to go to the 4-3-3 and quick, aren't we? And we haven't really got a defensive midfielder. No, we just have to let the new players bed in and go down swinging. We'll go down playing our game. I think we've learned relatively quickly here that although this is by a long way the best Bourne squad we've ever assembled, it's maybe not yet a Premier League squad. The only good thing, I guess, is that so many of them are so young, so they're going to have time to get better. It's 3-0 now. We do not look at the races at all here. This is a very, very poor showing. I don't want to see your filthy replay. We did not anticipate being 3-0 down after half an hour in this game. And Stoke are just the first to everything. It's like we don't even care. Oh, this is horrible. Right, Minic now. Lumps it forward, looking for Gomez, who doesn't get anywhere near it. And it's just straight back to Stoke, who are going to just come at us again because they can. And yikes, we are not we can't tackle them. It's like watching me play FIFA. We just, every time they get the ball, they dance around us like we're not there. Every time we get the ball, they just win it back immediately. It's not very pleasant to watch. Oh, right. We need to, I don't even know what to do at half time because we're supposed to pretty much lose all of our games. Do I roast them? I expect to see better in the second half. Although we're supposed to lose, I don't mind losing the way we lost against Chelsea because we gave it a good go and we were just beaten by a better team and it was hard. We put up a good fight. Today, they've only had the one clear-cut chance and they've scored 3 times. They've scored 4 times from one clear-cut chance. Well, Sir Alan Hardy's going to get a Premier League game, isn't he? Because Stančić didn't even move for that. Just have a look at this from the other side. If it's from our throw, Reed just gives the ball away carelessly, silly mistakes, and a really easy goal, and Stančić just watches it into the back of the net. Oh, my word. Well, we're bottom of the league already. I expect us to stay there all year. I am not having a very nice time. Oh. Well, what do we even do here? Just make changes for the sake of changes, I guess. We're going to do a triple change because what's the worst that can happen with a triple change, I suppose. That's my logic. Let's get Johansson on. Maybe he's going to be the answer to all of our problems. We've got no playmaker on that pitch now. Robinson can be the playmaker. Right, let's demand more. I at least want a goal. Lahif's on now. Let's see if he's got what it takes to be a Premier League striker because the new guy certainly isn't looking like he has at the moment. Big, long throw from Cogney. It ends up with Lahif. Cernajacki just... Oh. And look how many fans we've got. 10,000 people have turned up. Only 2,500 of them are from Stoke. We've got 7,500, 8,000 Bourne fans who've turned up for this first game in the Premier League. They ain't going to come back after what they've seen today, are they? Lahif's in, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. But we've now had as many clear-cut chances as they have. It's been a fairly even game. They've just been much more efficient in front of goal than we have and have defended better. That really doesn't tell the story of what I've seen in these highlights. I look at that and I'm still quite encouraged. But then I look at what we've actually watched happen in the highlights that we've seen and I'm terrified. Cernajacki now crosses to Lahif who can't get the shot away. But we've now had more clear-cut chances than Stoke. We're being mugged, boys and girls. It's a Premier League mugging. Mira now. We've looked better in this last 15, 20 minutes since the substitutions have been made. Minic out to Cogney, but he can't get the cross in. Lahif's looked more lively than Gomez did at any point during those first 2 games. So maybe we give him a run back in the team again. If the new boys aren't going to get the job done, we may as well play the boys we know and love from last year. Johansson plays it forward. Cernajacki's in again here. He does look dangerous. That wasn't very good, was it? He needs to do better than that. But Quero picks the ball up. Lahif from range. He shouldn't be missing those. He's got 37 goals last season. He should not be missing the target completely when you get an opportunity like that in the Premier League. We can't get away with being that poor in front of goal. Robinson to Vitor Hugo. Plays it forward, looking for Lahif. It's a lovely pass, and he finds him, and Lahif's in again here. And again, it's straight at the goalkeeper. That's 3 clear-cut chances now to their 1. But the only stat that matters is their 4 goals to our 0. And Vitor Hugo, despite his conceding 4 goals at home, looks quite good. Johansson, also looking good. Plays Cogney in on this left-hand side, but he can't quite get there. But it does give us the opportunity for the long throw. And maybe a goal right at the death. I think it'd be a nice little confidence booster. Send the fans home with a little taste of what could be. No, they're going to get a big taste of what's actually going to be because we've lost 4-0 at home to Stoke. And, at least we've got a team that looks good for coming back up as champions next year. Oh, cue another 8 episodes now of people telling me all the things I have to change to try and stay up in the comments. I'll tell you now, I ain't doing it. We'll just get relegated and it'll be fine. I'm not going to get sacked if we do. There's been plenty of these long-term road to glory saves I've done in the past where we've had relegations. It's not a big deal. We weren't ready to come up. We're a tiny club. At least now we've got the ground, we've got the players, we've got the youth infrastructure. If we go down and come back up again, it's fine. What would be even more fine is winning a few of these games, though. So we'll see how we get on. We'll probably be back quite soon if it continues to be terrible, just so that I can really confirm it's going to be terrible. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.